Magandang araw no, sa ating mga tagapagsubaybay dito po sa may Agricultural Training Institute of the Department of Agriculture. No? Bupo tayo na papasalamat po kay Ma'am Flor Morotalia, no? Kasama na po ang ating ETI National Director, no? Engineer Remilin Ricotar. No, napag-imbitahan po tayo no, na makapag-present dito no, about the commercial production of Philippine native chicken. This is what they call the technology development na kung saan po no, or technology packages na na-develop po dito sa may Central Philippine University. No? This is one way that how Central Philippine University po makapaabot na mga teknolohiya no, tungkol po sa pag-native chicken in commercial scale. Actually, we started the project on the development of technology packages way back as early as 2012. This is a collaborative project then together with the 5 universities here in Iloilo and Panay Island. Yung CPU, no, yung nagpapatuloy po tayo sa pag-develop ng teknolohiya no, hanggang sa ngayon po no, halos isa na lang ang kulang ng Central Philippine University na the development of the breed of the Philippine native chicken na kung saan makonsider po natin toward what they call the broiler native chicken na kung saan po mapaikli po natin growing period no, at the same time no, ang production cost mapababa pa natin, and that is why that we are glad no, to the Agricultural Training Institute no, for inviting us no, dito sa programa no, kung paano po makapaabot ng teknolohiya no, ang Central Philippine University. By the way, no, ito po yung kaibigan no, kaakibat po nyo sa pag-native chicken commercial scale na Dr. Jaime Cabarles Jr. or popularly known as the Philippine native chicken. Doc James, for sure. Magandang araw po sa ating mga tagapagsubaybay dito po sa may DYMT na saka sa ATI dito po sa Facebook Live natin. No, sana po sa susunod na mga minuto no, may matutunan po kayo tungkol sa pag-alaga ng native chicken in commercial scale. No, ito po yung ating advokasya na kung saan po no, mapalawak pa natin ang pwedeng puntahan no, ng teknolohiya no, about commercial production of native chicken. Actually, the various input requirement on how you're going to produce native chicken commercial scale makikita po nyo dito sa may Central Philippine University. Actually, yung makikita po yung background natin. Now, that is what they call the combination then no, na technology that we develop no, at the CPU Saraga Farm na kung saan po no, manok, no, African hito, palay, saging no, halos na pag-integrate natin no, sa isang location lang. No. Ang isa lang doon sa nakita natin is that na when we implemented that project, no, yung kasing ginamit natin na medyo mga local available materials, but I think kung ginamit natin noon no, that is made of kahit simento na lang no, siguro na mapatagal natin ang useful life years yan. But this is what they call the technology now that is intended for a 1,500 square meters na kung saan po no, ang holding capacity niya sa manok that is about mga 4,500 na manok na native. Maganda tignan sa mga ka-native no? Teknolohiya. And that is why that ngayon we'll be presenting yung mga basic information no, on how to raise native chicken in commercial scale. No? Antabayanan po nyo every week we'll be presenting no, various technology dito po sa programa no, ng Department of Agriculture no, Agricultural Training Institute together with the collaboration with Central Philippine University na dito po sa may Haro, Iloilo City. No? Actually, yung ating paunang impormasyon, no? Yung ating nakaseries kasi ito, no? Ibig sabihin, every week no, pakiantabay po ng ating presentation dito para po masundan po ninyo. But later on, if you want no, the complete video presentation ito, no, you can have contact yung mga number na makikita po nyo dyan sa ating presentation po. Now, this is the first part of the technology packages that we'll be sharing now sa ating mga kababayan. Ang popular kasi na tawag namin, especially if we're doing it on the live stream program, we're doing it what they call the Ka-native. So kung gusto po niyo masundan, you can check our Facebook page using what they call this logo. Makikita po niyo yung yellow na logo sa baba. That is what they call our official and copyrighted logo of the Philippine Native Chicken. So para sa kadagang impormasyon, you can visit that Facebook page or even our tawag dito yung ating website, the philnativechicken.com. Isa kasi sa mga pangailangan natin is that and how really to set up yung native chicken farm po ninyo. Alam nyo kasi isa kasi ito sa mga consideration natin if you're planning to establish your own farm. Minsan yung mata kasi very deceiving. Maganda tingnan ang problema natin as we implement the project. Minsan may mga challenges that we will be encountering on it. And that is why that we'll be presenting muna dito yung how to set up your native chicken farm. May mga karagdagang episode pa and other topic that we'll be discussing dito po sa ating programa together with the Department of Agricultural Training Institute. Now, how really to set up our native chicken farm? This will be your practical guide kung paano po natin ipatayo o establish ang ating project. So, ibig sabihin, we have here 5 topiko on this one. We have what we call the farm planning, PAPIAW na farm planning. We have also the legal and regulatory requirements, ang sources ng ating quality stocks, and even what we call the financial implication of establishing our own farm. And together with it, we have also what we call the record keeping. So, sana subaybayan po ninyo ang ating presentasyon at sana makatulong po sa inyo yung kung bakit that if you found this presentation informative pwede bang pakishare naman po dyan sa mga kakilala ninyo na sa tingin po nyo makatulong po ang Central Philippine University at saka yung DA ETI po. Now, ano ba ang tawag ito yung sa included sa ating farm planning? Ito kasi ang pinaka-critical if you are going to establish your own respective native chicken farm. Alam niyo kasi mga ka-native, without the plan and what to do and the other thing na kailangan po natin, marami na kasi sa mga naging kabahagi po ng aming project na medyo nahirapan along the way as to implement their project. May mga activity kasi kami na dito kasi sa amin sa CPU, Central Philippine University, being a private university, every project that we're implementing, meron pong impact assessment study. Na yung impact assessment study na yun po mga ka-native, after several years of implementing the project, ano ba ang mga kakulangan? Bakit hindi naging successful o naging successful ang project adapted by our technology adapters. Yung ko bakit ang isa po na nakita natin as we implement the project and commercial production of chicken among the various respondents that we have out of the country na pumunta dito sa Central Philippine University para mag-training. Ang una-una po is yung farm planning. Pag hindi ka lang po intact or ka-rigid ang paggawa nating farm planning, I know that the investment requirement, especially if you will be engaging on this kind of project, medyo malaki-laki kasi mga ka-native. Maganda sa tingnan. That is why that Central Philippine University when we started this project way back in 2012, nakita namin talaga ano ang mga kakulangan na bakit na hindi po makapag-propel native chicken industry in the country. We are the first station siguro in the Philippines to have a 1,250 breeder stocks and a monthly inventory or population inventory of more than 10,000 chicken per month. Ganun po kadami yung manok kasi dito sa Central Philippine University, no, when we really dissect, no, ano bang mga kakulangan, bakit na hindi makapag-propel ang industriya po ng ating native chicken dito po sa may Pilipinas. Ang isa kasi sa nakita natin as we do it is that ang farm planning is really essential. Alam nyo kasi mga ka-native, if medyo may hindi ka nagustuhan, pag nasa papel pa lang yon, mabilis mo kasi burahin yon. Pero pag ang nalagay mo na sa lupa, and then you started to implement that without the proper guidance, lagot po mga ka-native, maawa po kayo sa mga bulsa nyo. I know that a number of racer, not only here in Panay Island but in some part of the country, giving feedback to us. Sabi, Dok, sa una masarap, no, yung mga ngunit yung pinakauli masaklap. Yung kung bakit na pili bang dahan-dahan muna. And that is why that at Central Philippine University, one way na how we can help the racer is that basta malapit lang sa amin dito sa Iloilo, we're extending the technical and technical support and marketing assistance, no, at a protective pricing. That is one way and how we can protect, no, our racers. Kasi nakita namin kasi during the impact, yung success rate ng Central Philippine University in implementing the developed technology and commercial production of native chicken, no, that is about 85%. Ano nangyari sa 15%? Ang 15% ay mga native. It is because of the lack of technical support as you implement your project. And after you implementing your project, ang kasunod doon mga ka-native in terms of the marketing. But we'll be starting it on farm planning muna. Para at least masubaybayan po ninyo ang ating diskusyon, no, dito po sa ating presentasyon. Farm planning, we say about farm planning, ibig sabihin na as you implement your project, pwede bang wag muna po ninyo i-implement without equipping first yourself. And then as you equip yourself, doon po natin kung pwede lang aside from the technical background that we could learn, pwede bang puntahan din natin ang mga racers na were able to face challenges. Yung mga siguro hindi naman nalugi, pero one way and how to stop yung posibleng mangyari. They try to close their farm para at least you have the idea, and then tingnan mo naman doon sa mga racer na kung saan po medyo na umangat ng konti. That is what I call the essential, the essence of keep on searching more information before engaging directly in the project. Otherwise kasi pag padalos-dalos po kayo, tandaan po ninyo, hindi po mahirap ang mag-umpisa na ang making problema po during the operation by itself. Lalo na pag wala po kayong pwedeng matakbuhan o technical support na makapagbigay po sa inyo kung ano dapat po ninyo gawin. Now, speaking about the three part of the farm planning, from the infrastructure, yung farm layout, and then what they call the site selection. Ito kasi ang mga kabahagi ng farm planning natin that need critical information kung saan po sa pagpagawa po natin. Alam nyo kasi mechanitive, if you're going to ask me how many percent of the total investment pupunta doon pa lang sa housing pa lang mechanitive, that is amounting already to almost 70% of your total investment using the technology developed at Central Philippine University. Now, by the way, we'll be keep on discussing about those housing later on as we continue to have this presentation. In terms of what we call the infrastructure, farm layout, and then the site selection, or infrastructure in terms of what? Now, ang isa palagi sa mga ating tingnan natin is that yung housing and other facilities that we have, kabahagi po ng ating infrastructure. Alam niyo kasi mechanitive ito kasing pinaka-critical na bahagi. Makikita po nyo dyan sa ating presentation ngayon. Papi-up lang yan, but we'll be discussing it in detail on the succeeding episode dito po sa ating pag-present. Now, in terms of the housing and other facilities po, isa po sa mga consideration, kailangan pating consideration, especially if we're engaging in commercial production of chicken. First is that in terms of what they call the ventilation. Alam niyo mga native, when we ventured on that 10,000 monthly inventory of chicken in Leon Farm, then nakita namin pala kung gaano ka-critical ang ventilasyon sa pagmanukan. Otherwise kasi pag hindi maganda ang ventilasyon, ang isa palagi sa consideration natin is that the accumulation po ng carbon dioxide na mismo doon sa loob ng housing. Kasi alam nyo kasi mga native, yung mga sipon, halak, na isa kasi yan sa mga malaking consideration natin when we are raising native chicken. When we try to inventory, actually kung inventory po natin yung mikrobyo, in one of our studies, pumapakita pala mga native that as your flock size increases, ang presensya po ng various microorganism tumataas din. That is why that kung bago ka pa lang in a project, yung presensya naman ng mikrobyo hindi gano'ng kadami. Yung kung bakit na siguro sa mga nakapag-umpisa, bago pa napag-umpisa, kung ma-recall po ninyo, on the first 2 years of implementing your project, maganda yung paglaki ng manok po natin. Pero problema natin, habang tumatagal, dumadami yung manok natin na namatay, na mahina lumaki, and then yung fertility at stability natin bumababa. It is because that we found out that as you engage, as the number of years engaged in this kind of project increases, there is what they call the positive correlation. Dumadami din mikrobyo. Alam nyo dito sa Central Philippine University, dito po nyo makikita yung housing na yan. Now, when we try to inventory na mikrobyo, umaabot hanggang 15. Samantala, nandoon sa field pala na 3 lang. Yun mga kanitive, ang diferensya. Na yung ko bakit that basta sa field na at saka hindi pa ganun kadami yung manok po ninyo, in terms of the presence of pathogens, hindi ganon po ka-critical. And that is why that Central Philippine University, naging kabahagi kasi ng study namin noon, just completed the study na the development of the various phytomedicines na kailangan po natin sa pag-alaga ng native chicken. Ang isa sa kita namin is that na as we try to embark on the various level of enclosure, habang dumadami pala, lalo na po ang Mycoplasma gallisepticum, yung causes ng sipon at saka pati yung infectious bronchitis, tumataas ang cases mga kanitive. Bakit? It is because of the improper ventilation. Kahit lagyan pa nyo yan ng mga exhaust nyo, ang problema mo naman as you are going to put up exhaust para mapalabas yung hangin, ang isa sa nakita natin mga kanitive is that na ang gastos naman pala. Yung ko bakit nasabi ko is that na hindi lang pala ang consideration natin is more on what we call the raising, but if possible, we can reduce the possible cost of production. Yung ko bakit that we develop yung wireless boring technique dito sa CPU, that is one way that we can reduce the possible cost. Alam niyo mga native, as you're raising native chicken in complete parents condition, the survival rate of your chicken is an average of 40%. Ibig sabihin for every 100 na yung natitira na manok ninyo, nandyan lang yan sa mga 40. Average yan mga kanitive. Magkano yung production cost yung ganon? Aabutin ng 250 po. And then it needs about mga 20 weeks on the average para po mabinta po yung manok nyo at the weight of about 850 to 900 grams mga kanitive. Ganyan po katindi ang pag-alaga ng manok on the prey range. And beside, ang isa sa kita natin is that na pag na manok mo naka-prey range, kung mabantayan po ninyo, yung kanyang karne po matigas, yan kasi ang nagiging problema. Because we studied that in 2002, now we try to compare na 2002 determine namin yung ano ba ang mga requirement ng mga market. Na alam niyo mga ka-native, when the technology and production native chicken hindi makatugma noon, it is because ng gusto ng race ng consumer. They're not buying native chicken because sa laki. No, they're buying native chicken because they are believing it is free from synthetic chemical, and beside na ang critical doon is hindi sa size but in terms of what they call the yung lasa ng karne, yung kanyang tawag dito yung laman na hindi matitigas, no, juicy saya, na that is what they call the consideration. Yung kung bakit na into 2025 pinaluap pa namin ng study in terms of what they call the feedstock ingested by native chicken when they are in free range. Na marami-raming impormasyon po ang nakuha natin, no, because we used to focus, no, on this kind of technology development and commercial production of native chicken. That is why that sabi namin that na ang mga infrastructure nyo, lalo na po ang brooder, grower, even yung mga lagyan nyo ng potoka ninyo, no, doon sa essential, na even what they call yung mga footwalk ninyo na papunta po sa respective na housing po is very critical. Even the distances between the housing is greatly considered. Para maibsan po nyo ang magiging problema dito roon in terms of the occurrences of diseases, ang isa po laging i-consider natin is yung proper ventilation. Kung ang problema ninyo about brooding dito ron, we'll be discussing it in tuto pag punta na natin sa side na all about the brooding. Now, ang pangalawang consideration as we construct our housing, and even when we say about the housing, it may include yung mga door niya, yung feeding trough, drinking troughs, and even the lighting na can be critical. Tandaan din palagi mga native. Alam nyo kasi, when you design your housing, binakonstruct yung housing nyo, ang isa palagi sa nakita natin is that in terms of the ease na and the daily course. Ibig sabihin yung mga ginagawa mo araw-araw, pag hindi po natin ganon na paganda ang layout, hindi po natin na properly construct yung designing natin, baka kailangan mo ng maraming tao. Yung kung bakit palagi sabi that na in terms of the Monday requirement, sa isang Monday, pagbabain na lang natin yung diskusyon. Ilang manok ba ang kayang alagaan ng isang tao? Using the technology developed at Central Philippine University, yung breeder po natin, na ang isang tao kahit na basta breeder lang ha, patoka, bigyan ng patoka, and then paglinis na mga tubigan, painuman ng tubig, a person can even under up to 3,000 na manok. Using the technology we developed at Central Philippine University. Ang nangyari sa atin kasi, because of the complication in terms of the way and how we position the feeding and the drinking troughs. Maraming tao kailangan nyo, and alam nyo mga native, as we are conducting studies related to this, nakita namin is that na as the number of personnel engaged, madami, the efficiency of the operation is always affected. Yung ko bakit sabi ko that kung ganun din lang, pwede bang bawas-bawasan natin, and how we can reduce the possible engagement of laborer or farmhand or farmhead. Now that is in terms of the proper positioning of the feeding troughs, and then yung tawag dito yung ating patubigan, even the lighting, and even kailangan kasi natin yan sa pangatlong consideration natin, sanitation. Alam niyo mga native, mga sakit na manok nyo, pag ang manok po ninyo experiencing yung namamaga yung mata, isa lang, ibig sabihin po, do not jump into conclusion that is coryza. Baka yung sakit na manok mo hindi coryza, mycoplasma yan. Pag mycoplasma ang sakit na manok po nyo, ibig sabihin yan, that is a poor ventilation or a very untidy environment that you have. Na baka pagpunta mo lang, naglinis yung tauhan mo, pero kung wala ka, wala siyang balak maglinis sa manukan po ninyo. That is why that the Central Philippine University, we developed the technology, sabi namin is that na para na hindi masyado malayo. No, dapat we develop the technology sa pag-alaga ng manok na hindi mabaho, hindi malangaw. That is why that if you can find time to visit our research center dito po sa Iloilo, find time to visit us here within the campus of Central Philippine University. Para makita niyo na kung saan po yung housing ng manok, yung manukan kahit na maramihan ang manok, pero hindi sa mabaho, hindi din siya malangaw. It is because that sanitation is very critical in every housing. Sa mga project po natin. And the way and how we design the facilities that we have, the infrastructure that we have, in the respective project that we have, it may affect yung health po ng ating manok. Okay lang sana because at Central Philippine University we develop yung mga various phytomedicines, that is a plant extracts base na kung saan po ginagamit yan para pag-control sa masakit ng ating katutubong manok. Kaya lang kahit kami if possible, if yung engagement natin and the use of this medication na ma-minimize po natin, at least whatever savings that we have in terms of expenditure, pupunta yan sa respective na bulsa po ng ating raisers. Yan mga ka-native ang pinaka-concept that when we engage ourselves in the development of these technology packages for commercial production of native chicken. Ang kalinisan po sa paligid is very critical. Very critical. Pag malinis yung paligid po natin with good ventilation, ibig sabihin po maganda ang paglaki ng ating mga alagang manok. And that is why that even the PIDS na Central Philippine University were able to develop the various classes of PIDS para po sa ating manok. We have what they call the mass form and we have also what they call the pelletized form. Now, the housing by itself, based on the various studies and even us, upon the study we conducted then on 2010, yung bakit pinibigay ko po sa inyo ng mga data na yan, those are all product of researches na ginawa po natin. Alam nyo kasi we engaged this kind of production technology development. We started as early as 2002 na kung saan po naikot ating buong Pilipinas just to observe. And naghanap po tayo ng mga reason why is that na yung native chicken, sabi daw there is what they call the premium price for it. Bakit madami yung manok? Ang isa pala po sa consideration natin is that we are raising chicken the parents condition, the protection of your chicken. Alam niyo mga ka-native, engaging noon sa isang products pa namin, engaging about 50 feeder stocks. Alam niyo pag sobrang mainit sa umaga hanggang tanghali, pagkahapon uulan, bantayan niyo manok niyo. Bakit? Pag hindi makapasilong yan sa mga respective housing that we have, pag bandang hapon, susunod na araw, tingnan mo kung ano mangyari sa mga lagang manok po ninyo. That is why that the Central Philippine University sabi namin is that the nature of the native chicken is far different from the nature of those commercial breeds. Ang commercial breed kasi, pag mabusog na yan, magpahinga na yan, pero ang native chicken, kahit busog yan, na marami pang extracurricular activity sa katawan niya, yung kung bakit na minsan we have those housing then but pag nasa parents yan, pag uulan yan, hindi mo makontrol to the point na pag para bang apoy na kung saan po sa mga baga ng apoy na kung saan po binuhusan mo tubig na nangyari, ganon po nangyari po sa ating mga alagang manok. That is why kung ma-observe po ninyo sa mga naglalaga na manok na naka-tune in sa ngayon, habang mainit yung panahon, marami ang itlog na manok. Pag uulan yan, kahit isang araw, dalawang araw, bantayan niyo po ang egg production. Egg production will drop. Yun mga ka-native. And that is why that the housing that we are providing at Central Philippine University, sabi ko is that it will be engaging na kung saan po ang mga stocks po natin na doon yan sa mga maramihan Na lalo na pag ang mga bidder stocks po natin aabot ng more than 100 na inahin at saka tandang, pwede ba magbigay ka ng provision for their housing na kung saan po you can partly control or you can control their movement. Pag-usapan natin yan padating doon sa specific na topic natin in the housing. Yan mga kanitib. Na protection not only in terms of the inclement weather, but even protection against any form of drop that may challenge the size or the health of our native chicken. Ang isa pa doon is in terms of what they call efficient area utilization. Alam nyo kasi mga kanitib, as you paglagay mo ng mga manukan po nyo dyan, na naging problema natin, if you're going to ask me ilang square meter ba ang kailangan ng isang manok, kung mga feeder stocks mga kanitib, ang requirement po nyo dyan, under parents condition, at least 10 square meter per bird. Ibig sabihin, pag may 1,000 manok ka na feeder stocks, ang kailangan mo is almost 1 hectare. Kung ang growers naman, yung patabaing manok po nyo, ang requirement per head niyan is 5 square meter. Ibig sabihin, yung 2,000 na manok mo, ang kailangan isang hektarya din. Now, how much the cost involved in the construction of the housing, monitoring, and even maintaining the fences that you have? When we try to compute yung nakaraan naming mga studies, pumapakita pala mga kanitib na mas mahal pala. Alam niyo, fencing by itself. Fencing by itself for the breeders. Pag ginamitan nyo yan ng mga locally available materials, and then maraming anay sa lugar po ninyo, you need to maintain it every year. Magkano ang gastos nyo? Kahit sabihin nyo marami ang mga kawayan o kahoy sa lugar nyo, but try to account the labor and even the possible if binibili po ninyo ang mga material na ginagamit po niyo mga kanitib. Sa kalimitan kasi sabihin natin, mura lang, it is because na yung labor, kung ikaw lang gumawa, hindi mo niisip na that is a wrong concept in farming. Kung ikaw natatrabaho sa ibang tao, sinasahuran ka. Kung ikaw tumatrabaho dyan para sa mga farm mo, sahuran mo din yung sarili mo, mga kanitib. Tingnan mo mga kanitib, ganun po. Pag yung mga manok po nyo nakagala yan at the pairings na doon sa feeder stocks, collecting of the egg, baka mahirapan po kaya mga kanitib. Yan ang isa sa mga consideration natin when we implemented the project dito po sa may Central Philippine University on those development. Now, from a completely pairings to partially pairings hanggang sa ngayon po, isa po yun. Alam niyo mga kanitib, dito po sa research station at Central Philippine University, ang total area ng manukan po natin dito is only 300 square meter. Pero ang loading capacity yan mga kanitib is more than 1,000 heads of chicken. Ganun po mga kanitib. Tingnan po niyo. Alam niyo sa karamihan sa atin, pag yung respective farm po natin, malayo po sa atin, and we try to visit our farm, possibly, siguro, iba once a week o baka iba once a month, tingnan po niyo kung nangyari po sa project po ninyo. And that is why at Central Philippine University, sabi ko, hindi palapit natin doon sa tao. Para at least, ikaw may-ari, malapit po sa inyo, no, you can monitor your project. It is always our goal, especially for the weekend farmers, na kung saan po, na padating ng panahon, parang kanta ata yun, na mag-retire ka, na you have your own project, na kung saan po mapagkunan po ninyo ng inyong mga daily expenses para mga kanitib. And that is one way also on how to help yung mga kababayan po nyo, mga mag-anak po nyo sa lugar po ninyo. Kaya lang mga kanitib, wala pong replacement sa may-ari. Even you are going to have it, yung IoT, na Internet on Thing, na baka dagdag gasto sa yung mga kanitib. Yung kung bakit, as you do your farm planning, tingnan po nyo kung paano po tayo makatipid. Hindi ito po karera na kung saan po pagandahan ng farm. Hindi. As you engage yourself in raise native chicken commercial scale, ang kailangan po ninyo is on how efficient you are going to use the available area that you have and how efficient the production system that you are doing in your respective farm, mga ka-native. Otherwise po, baka malagay po tayo sa langanin, mga ka-native. That is why that we are sharing this technology po sa inyo. Paunang kwento pa yung mga ka-native. Now, how about in terms of what they call the farm layouting? Alam niyo mga ka-native, very critical po to. Pag marami yung manok po nyo like what we have then in Leon Farm, na kung saan po ang bisita buwan-buwan, hindi bumababa by 3,000. Productivity is greatly affected. Tandaan po yung mga ka-native. Yung ko bakit sabi ko na pwede bang kontrolin po natin yung traffic, yung pagpasok ng tao. Bakit? Lalo na sa yung panahon that we are challenged by the presence of what they call the avian influenza. Ang tanong ngayon, how we can do what they call the farm layouting. Now, critical po ang pag-layout po ng respective farm po natin. The way where we're going to put our breeder place, yung ating brood grower area, and even what they call the viewing area. Alam niyo kasi mga ka-native, hindi naman pili kasi na pag may bumisita sa farm mo, sabihin mo, bawal bisita dito. Baka maging magsama, sumama yung loob niya. Like what I've done then. Alam niyo mga ka-native, pag you have 1,250 na inahin, ang native na manok, hindi pa ganun kataas ang egg production compared to layer, na you can harvest about mga 35% or even 40% of egg on the daily basis. Pero, yung average niyan, that is range from what you call doon sa mga 20% na plus minus 5 pa yan. Pag may matao pumasok po sa lugar po nyo, lalo na po ang breeder area po nyo, na kung saan po malapit doon sa daanan ng tao, lagot na mga ka-native. Bakit? They will experience stress. Okay lang sana mga ka-native kung manok mo, mga 5 piraso lang o 5 inahin lang. Pero pag yung mga manok po nyo, you are already engaging by the 100, control the presence of visitors. Aside from the threat of avian influenza, na yung pabago-bago o marami na tao papasok sa mga farm po ninyo, it will lead on into stress sa flock po ninyo. Ang tanong ngayon, ilang porsyento po ang piling ibaba niyan? Alam niyo, that is about mga 20%, and the recovery period for it is 2 weeks. Lagot mga ka-native. Pag yung patuka na gastos po ninyo sa manok po ninyo is about, ito sa CPO lang, an average of 75 grams. Alam niyo mga ka-native, iba ang per-intake ng native chicken. Ganon po sila kaunti mga itlog. Yung sa layer po natin, na ang kailangan niyan is 120 grams per day. Ang sa native na manok, ang kailangan mo lang is about 75 grams. Bakit? Pag nasobrahan mo kayo, baka tataba yung manok nyo, egg production will drop. Isipin nyo, if you have 1,000, and then, yung patuka mo every day is 75 grams per day per head. From the egg production of 20%, 20 eggs per 100, bababa pa yan ng 20%. Isipin mo mga ka-native. Lagot na mga ka-native. Yung ko bakit sabi is that na loko na. With that 1,250 breeder stocks that we have, including all the population of native chicken, that is about 10,000 population inventory per month. Alam nyo kung ilang tinurada yung patuka mo? 7 tons mga ka-native. And that is why at the Central Philippine University, sabi ko, pag ganito yung nangyayari, na walang po na sinong gusto mag-engage dito, okay lang kung counting manok. But by the thousands, medyo mahirapan po tayo. Yung ko bakit that as we develop the technology na ginawa natin ang paraan and how to further na possible na ma-reduce po natin ang mga possible cost in raising native chicken. Yun mga native. Farm layout pala yung mga native. Ilang style pa po tayo mga native. Antabayanan po niya sa susunod because that will be further discussing ang mga samot-saring bagay na tungkol po sa palagang native chicken in commercial scale. Ito pa kasi yung mga practical guide muna natin and the raising of native chicken and how to set up your native chicken farm using the CPU developed technology particularly in the commercial production of native chicken. Farm planning pa yung mga native. Yung bakit that if you found this program informative, antabayan nyo naman susunod ng episode natin and kindly inform yung mga kakilala po ninyo, nasa tingin po ninyo, makatulong po ang Central Philippine University and the Department of Agriculture Agricultural Training Institute. So in behalf ng aming Presidente, Reverend Dr. Ernest Ward Guhoy, ito po yung kaibigan, shortcut na lang, si Philippine Native Chicken. Dr. James, for short, maraming salamat po kay sa ating ATI for giving this time para po makapag-share ng information. Tantabayan nyo naman susunod na linggo ang karagdagang impormasyon tungkol po sa farm planning. Ulit, magandang araw po sa ating lahat.